Are you ready to master machine learning without spending a penny? In this video, I will reveal 10 free books that helped me in my PhD journey, and I wish these resources were available at the time when I stepped into data domain. Let's dive in. There is no particular order of importance regarding these books, and I strongly think all of these books are equally amazing. It depends on what you want to follow. For instance, if you want to learn more about practical side versus theoretical, or machine learning versus deep learning. I will show you how to find these books directly via Google, so no complicated process. They are all officially available from the authors. I will provide very short summary and comment about each book and why you should read that particular book. There are more resources I will be sharing later, and I will be regularly posting them every week or other. So subscribe and keep an eye. The very first book that I want to recommend is called D2L book. It's Dive into Deep Learning. Pure gold for deep learning core and implementation alike. Written by top researchers from Amazon, Google, UPenn, and New York University. If you go to Google and search for D2L, you will find link for D2L.ai. It covers basics from maths to things like GPU, basic neural networks, to inner workings and implementation of many neural networks in domains like NLP, computer vision, recommendation systems, and it also includes the code examples in 4 different Python frameworks like PyTorch, JAX, TensorFlow, and other. I seriously invite this generation, what a time they are living in, to have this kind of resource available freely, while we didn't have that kind of resource available when I was doing my master's. The second book I want to recommend is Practical Insights into Coding Deep Learning, which makes it super easy and understandable to get a solid grip on deep learning. Like its title, it doesn't go deep into mathematical jargon, which requires specialized training. To search for this book, either write on Google Deep Learning for Coders book or simply Fast AI book, and you will find the book link in top of the searches. This book is completely available as a notebook, ready to learn and code on the Google Colab. It helps you to start from the scratch and teaches you practical deep learning techniques. I personally like the chapters on RNN, where RNN loop was coded in plain Python, which was pure love to be honest. It then covers the implementation in PyTorch as well. The third book that I want to share is being written and is being published as Read First and Buy Later Principle by Andrei Barkov. If you want to read one book and you want a quick read, go through this 100-page LLM book in a couple of days or in a week, and you will find yourself in a very good place. To find this book easily on Google, write 100-page language model book, and you will find the link thelmbook.com in the very few searches. It provides amazing intuition with color coding often and break down things into absolutely important and easy to digest concept. Not to mention, it is by the author who wrote previously 100-page machine learning book, which he took as a challenge and finally wrote it. It was hugely appreciated in the community. Both of his books are equally amazing. The fourth book that I want to share is the best book I have found on understanding main ML concepts in the most easiest terminology. Like when I started, I didn't fully appreciate the term inductive bias and what does it mean. But this book made it super clear to me. To find this book on Google, just write a course in machine learning book and you will find its website a course in machine learning.info, CIML.info in the top searches. The decision tree chapter, the very first chapter of this book, has the clearest explanation of the intuition behind the decision tree and its boundaries. It further explains the chapters like the working of perceptron, the geometry behind the kernel methods, and it makes maths very digestible and explain what does everything means. So I think it's the clearest book in terms of simplifying machine learning algorithms and what does the complicated maths mean and breaking it out into very easy chunks. Fifth one is the classic book from Mikhail Nisin, one of the very first freely available books. It helps so many people understand how neural networks are able to learn things. To find this book, just go on the Google and write neural network and deep learning book, and you will find it in the very first few links. It has some optional explanations like how non-linearities make decision spaces in neural network, And once this concept click, you will have your aha movement. For me, the universal approximation concept of neural network was the treasure in this book. You will find some animations about the weight changes in the layers and how the nonlinear functions reflect these changes. These animations are quite awesome and will help you learn quickly. The SICK book is something I will put on the first spot for the deep learning theory books. Hands down, the best theoretical book on DL, which is digestible with intermediate math knowledge. You need to simply write Understanding Deep Learning on the Google and you will find the link of the book in the topmost results. The graphs in this book are godsend. It reminds me of author's first book on the computer vision topic, which I thought was also a pure classic. If you want to take a deep dive into how deep learning works and understand the inner workings, it should be the book you must be reading. The seventh book is the first book which was made online, and in fact, one of the very few good theory books on DL published by pioneers like yoshua, bengio, in Goodfellow, and Aaron. If you want to find this book on Google, just go and write Deep Learning Book, and the very first link, deeplearning.org, belongs to this book. It touches all important areas of deep learning from ground up. I would say this is for you if you want research oriented read, like with some focus on maths and theory. Eighth book is the rewritten version of classic probabilistic machine learning book by Kevin Murphy. This time he has made it available online for free and has another part of it which is a bit advanced. To find this book, go on Google and write probabilistic machine learning and you will find the link PML-book. Go on the website and click draft PDF file and it will be saved on your laptop. It provides in-depth knowledge on foundations, linear models, neural network and beyond. It touches on optimization, information theory and several other sections which equips you with the probabilistic view on all these. The deep learning or the neural network section in this is very well written and it's worth reading. The next book is from the authors of Element of Statistical Learning, a classic book. They write bit easier and digestible version which they call Introduction to Statistical Learning, available freely in both R and Python. To find this book, go on Google and write Introduction to Statistical Learning Python PDF. The very first link that will appear would be the book's website. Go on the website and click download ISL with Python and it will download a Python version of the book. It is a gold mine to dig deeper into core machine learning algorithms and understand how things work. The concept of basis functions and what step function or activation function does and non-linearities and non-linearity and non-linearities and non-linear functions is explained very well in here. This book also shares some examples around marketing, which is encouraging and different than the typical toy examples we see in other books. The 10th book is from Christopher Bishop. You must have heard his name from classic one of the best book named Pattern Recognition and Machine Learning. He recently wrote book on deep learning called Deep Learning Foundation and Concept. For this book, go on the Google and write Deep Learning Foundation and Concepts. It will give you the results in the top links. Click on the link bishopbook.com and on the front page you will find a PDF reader where you can click it, enlarge it and read the whole book online. Like his previous book, which is also freely available on Microsoft website, this one also is very knowledgeable and share the DL concept in depth. A must read book for a must read book if you a must read if you want to understand the deep learning concepts better, and that too from someone who is expert in the field. The last one and the bonus book is again by Andrew Berkov, the author of 100-page machine learning book and 100-page language model book. To download this book, go on Google and write machine learning engineering and Andrew Berkov. You will find the link in first or second result. The name of the book or website is mlebook.com. Click it and there would be individual chapters that you can individually open and even download them. This one focusing more on the engineering and practical machine learning implementation details, like going into data preparation, feature engineering, model deployment, model serving, and more. One of the best concise resources in terms of ML engineering and ML ops basics. Thank you for watching this video. I will be sharing more resources on both data and machine learning engineering. Subscribe to this channel and press bell icon for more videos and more resources.